All right, let's talk about Excel. So if you've ever felt like you're just, barely scratching the surface of what it can really do, then you're in exactly the right spot. We're going to go way past the basics today and unlock some of the secrets that make you seriously fast and efficient.
Yeah, let's be real for a second. Have you ever opened up a spreadsheet and just your heart sinks a little? It feels like this giant, endless grid of cells, right? And there are buttons and tabs everywhere. It's just a sea of data, and it's so easy to get lost. We have all been there, trust me. But what if we could flip that script? That's exactly what we're going to do. The whole point here is to give you a handful of super powerful techniques that will totally change the way you use Excel. We're talking about turning that overwhelming feeling into total confidence and control.
All right, section 1, your Excel, your rules. This is so important. We're going to make the tool adapt to you, not the other way around. I mean, a huge part of being fast is just making the tool work for you, right? So the stuff you use all the time is always just one click away.
And this image just says it all, doesn't it? On the left, you've got the classic hunt and peck method. Clicking through tab after tab, looking for that one button you always need. But on the right, that's your command center. Everything you need is right there. Think of all the clicks, all the mental energy you save. It's a game changer. So, how do we get there? It's actually way easier than you might think. Here are 3 quick wins. First, that little toolbar at the very top, the quick access toolbar, add your top commands there. Second, you can literally create your own custom tab on the ribbon with just the tools for your specific job. And third, and don't sleep on this one, pick an office theme like dark gray. Seriously, your eyes will thank you after a long day. Okay, section 2, work smarter, not harder. We're going to master fast and accurate data entry. Now that our workspace is all set up for us, we can tackle what is probably the most time-consuming part of Excel, right? Just getting the data in there and getting it in there correctly.
First up is a feature that, honestly, so many people just skip right over: data validation. Think of this less like a feature and more like a bouncer for your cells. It's your proactive defense against bad data. You get to set the rules of the game before anyone even starts typing. And that's the whole idea right there. It is the single best way to stop errors before they even happen. Instead of spending hours, and I mean hours, cleaning up messy data later, you make sure it's perfect from the get-go. Like, you can make a drop-down list where people can only pick complete or in progress. Boom! No more typos.
Okay, get ready for this one. This next keyboard shortcut might actually change your life. I'm not kidding. You know when you need to put the same thing, the same word, the same number, the same formula into a bunch of different cells? Your instinct is to type it once and drag that little black square down, right? Well, there's a much better way.
Seriously, stop dragging the fill handle. This is the pro move. Here's what you do. You select all the cells you want to fill first. Then you type what you need in the one active cell, but instead of just hitting enter, you hold down Control and then hit enter. And bam! Just like that, every single cell you selected is filled. It's a huge time saver.
Okay, section 3, unlocking the formula engine. This is where we get to the real heart of Excel. Its power source. We've got our space customized, our data entry is smooth, now it's time for formulas. And listen, mastering formulas isn't about memorizing 100 different functions. No way. It's about really, truly understanding one single core concept. So what is it? The single most crucial concept in all of Excel. It's cell references. That's it. If you can get your head around when to let them be flexible and when to lock them down, you can write one formula, just one, that works perfectly across thousands of rows and columns. This is the engine. This is everything.
And the magic wand for this whole thing? It's the F4 key on your keyboard. Check this out. When you're writing a formula and you've got a cell reference like A1 highlighted, just tap F4. The first time you press it, it locks both the column and the row. You'll see the dollar signs appear. Press it again, it only locks the row. A third time, it only locks the column, and a fourth time, you're right back where you started. Just cycling through those options with one key saves you so much time and prevents so many errors.
Here's another total game changer for your formulas: naming ranges. Just look at this. The formula on the left, what even is that? Sheet 2.$C5 $G45? You have no idea what that is unless you go hunting for it. But look at the one on the right. By giving that big block of cells a simple name, like product_table, the formula reads like plain English. It's self-documenting. And trust me, trying to fix a broken formula is 1,000 times easier when it looks like this.
All right, section 4, find the story in your data. This is where we go from a wall of numbers to actual insights.
So our data's in, our formulas are running, but right now it's just a giant grid of numbers. The next step, the really cool part, is to make that data tell us its story, to turn it from, well, just a bunch of figures into something we can understand in a single glance.
And this is what we're usually looking at, right? A wall of numbers. It's just a massive table of data. You know there are interesting things hiding in there. You know, the high points, the low points, trends, weird outliers, but you can't see any of it. It's impossible when it all just looks the same. Your eyes just glaze right over.
But watch this. Look what happens when we use a little magic called conditional formatting. In just a couple of clicks, we can apply something like a color scale, and instantly, bam! The highest numbers are bright green, the lowest are red. All of a sudden, you can see the patterns. The story is right there. The data is practically screaming at you, and you didn't have to write a single complicated formula.
Okay, now for the big one, the most powerful analysis tool in Excel, period, the pivot table. I know, they sound scary and intimidating, but they're not. They are literally just 3 simple steps. Step 1, format your data as a table. The shortcut is Ctrl+T. Easy. Step 2, insert a pivot table. Again, just a button click. And step 3, this is the fun part. You just drag and drop. That's it. You want to see sales by region? You drag region to the rows box, drag sales to the values box. Done. You've got your answer. It's that fast.
Okay, our final section, from sheet to showcase. Because finding the insights, well, that's only half the battle, isn't it? The last and absolutely crucial step is showing off your work, presenting what you found in a way that's clear, professional, and actually makes an impact.
And this is where visuals are just everything. Once you've got that summary from your pivot table, turning it into a really sharp, professional-looking chart like this, it's literally just a couple of clicks. It's the absolute fastest way to get your main point across.
And here it is. This is where everything we've talked about just clicks together. This is the ultimate combo. You use data validation to create a drop-down list so the input is error-proof. Then you use conditional formatting to automatically color the row based on what's chosen in that list. And what do you get? A dynamic, interactive dashboard that updates itself in real time. This is what working smarter really looks like.
So when you boil it all down, these things we've covered, they're not just a bunch of separate tricks. They're building blocks. The real superpower comes when you start combining them in creative ways. So I want to leave you with this one question to think about. What's your single biggest spreadsheet headache right now? And how could you combine some of these tools to solve it?